Hello, friends. Those back pages here. I hope you're well. It's 65 days and 5 hours until I can check in for my flight to the show. It's getting here quick, people. Real quick. But it's not too late for you to plan your trip, especially if you're driving. I would say if you live in a 5 to 6 hour radius of Chicago, I would go. It's unbelievable. Mike and I have to get together soon and shoot another episode of the show for dummies. Whatever you want to call it. All right, well, the general feeling in the community has been one of a bit of a not so positive lately with all the scandals going on, all the shenanigans, the trickery. But I'll say it again, the hobby is going to be fine, people. The hobby is going to be fine. I think these people that are doing wrong need to be shut down. The major consignor that's losing credibility by the day, so it seems, knows the name and names of people that are doing the doctoring, the trimming, the spooning, the cleaning, the pressing, the repairing, the rebuilding of corners. What they're trying to pass off as conservation is a load of crap, in my opinion. It's not it's trimming. It's alteration. It's not conservation. That's what I meant to say. It's not conservation, in my opinion. This is not fine art. These are not comic books. Again, almost daily on Blowout, we're seeing, here's another card, before and after, purchased by one individual from a very popular consignment service, then sold again by that very popular consignment service in a new holder in a higher grade for a higher amount of money. Go on Blowout and check out some of those threads. The guy's name is all over them. It's not hard to figure out. It's not my place to say his name. But at this point, I can't see why that guy will not be going to jail. But I'm not a lawyer. I got in some mail. An actual slab here. And let me cover this up to protect the guilty. But you can see I paid a little over $4 for shipping and handling, and this is how it came. Reused. Really pathetic. I can feel that it's a PSA slab. I can feel the back rib right here. Whoops. All right. Let's cut it open. Normally I do this off camera because who wants to watch this, but there we go. You can even see the other side. An awfully pathetic packaging job for $4 and something. And it's wrapped in the invoice, of course. And here it is. It's the Ronald Acuna 2018 Allen & Ginter Mini Rookie. Technically, this is a parallel to the regular size card. So by strict definition, this is not a rookie card. But this is true to the size of the original Allen & Ginters. And they just look a lot better, in my opinion, than the full card. And they look great in these slabs, these frosty slabs. Not the ones with the baggies. These frosty slabs look great. Here's a couple other ones I have I'll just take out. I just happen to have them here. This is the Aaron Judge rookie from 2017. And the Gleyber Torres, who's picked it up lately, as long as he's hit, I think, 10 home runs against the O's this year. I think I picked this up for $3 or $4 over the winter. I don't remember. I probably showed it. Oh, it's wrongly labeled, by the way. This is an ANG back, Ginter back. One of the bazillion different parallels. So it's I prefer the regular back, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm not looking to break the bank on these. I think they just look great in these slabs. Again, the frosties, not the baggies. You'll see them with the baggies, but not the baggies. So I got that in. So another topic I wanted to talk a little bit about while I have you guys here is probably what I'll wind up naming this video, because I like to name the episodes if I can. You know, hobby chat, real talk, blah blah blah. How many times can you put that? I could put a clickbaity title like grading is a scam, which I think is my highest viewed video. The irony on that is lost on a lot of people that know me. That's okay. So basically what I wanted to talk about, and I see it a lot on Blowout, wanted to talk about the difference between sports good and sports card good. Applies to all the sports. But here we have baseball in front of us, so baseball good versus baseball card good. There's a lot of people that see Mike Trout, and everybody now is measured up like Wander Franco of the Tampa Bay Rays organization, a teenager playing low-level baseball, is the next Trout. So his card, his Bowman Prospects insert autograph is $400 the day the product comes out. Meanwhile, when the Trout came out 10 years ago, it was $9. So we're not always right about who's going to be what. But to paraphrase, it's not a direct quote, to paraphrase from my favorite TV show of all time, Lost, Benjamin Linus, the hobby is a fickle bitch. The hobby likes who the hobby likes, and the hobby doesn't like who the hobby doesn't like, and that very rarely changes. Of course, there's outliners. Mike Trout isn't the total outliner. I could give you a name of a such and such playing in such and such town that's not a hobby town, and they'll response will be, well, Trout sells for so and so, and he's on the Angels. Well, that's because he's Mike Trout. Probably a once in a generational talent. Anyway, Austin Riley came up earlier this month and is on fire. Doing very well. I read something to the effect that he's, it's been 111 years since somebody's had a something or another, but that's great and dandy. But at the end of the day, it's Ronald Acuna's team. I know Freddie is probably Freddie, but the hobby really doesn't care about Freddie. The hobby cares about Ronald Acuna. Oh, this came in the mail too. I didn't think I showed this. This is the Topps factory set. $6.98. It looks just like the. This is the same image they used on the update, but the Topps logo and the rookie card logo are on this side of the card, and it's US. They might have changed the text too, but that's card US 250, his third flagship card. That's something else that seems to be lost lately. Well, look at Trout's update card. It's worth so and so many dollars. So I'll buy an Acuna update card, even though he had one in Series 2 and the factory set, which came out before the update card. But, that's just me being an old curmudgeon and get off my lawn. Anyway. So yeah, I got the Acuna. Now, of course, when it comes to the hobby, very few teams are more popular than the New York Yankees. You don't have to like them, but it is what it is. And right now, it's Aaron Judge's team. So, Glaber, who came over from the Cubs, probably has something to do with it. I don't know if he'll be able to ever overcome, that in the hobby as far as Aaron Judge. Now, if Aaron Judge never plays again, health seems to be his main issue now. That's a different story. But all things being equal, Glaber is not going to sell anywhere near what Aaron Judge sells for. That's just how the hobby works. So, like I said again, there are outliners. There are, of course, exceptions to every rule. But you want to have in your collection, if you're going for rookies, and of course, if you're collecting how you like to collect, that's the best, because that's what matters at the end of the day. You have to enjoy what you're doing. This month, it hasn't been all that enjoyable with everything that's going on with the third-party graders. It's a damn shame. But this is not something that's new. Shenanigans have gone on since the beginning of time. If there's money to be made, people are going to be shady. I think a lot of these dealers are going to be at the National this year. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens. I'm sure some of them will they're definitely going to set up. It's a matter of if the known people will actually be behind the table, or they'll just send somebody in their place. But that's for time to tell. We're gonna know in a couple of months. Really looking forward to the second half of 2019 for baseball releases. Really, really, really impressed by Pete Alonso. He's really fun to watch. Probably the Mets' best hitter since Strawberry. Pure power. Alright, guys. I hope you all have a great night. I can't stress enough how much you matter. And always, please, always learning. Please be kind to one another. Try to do something nice for someone. You never know what someone else is going through.